tell you where the fish are.
Triple! Get in there!
Tell you where the
Ooh, that's
fish
a nice
are.
fish.
Yeah, man. I tell you where the fish are.
Woo!
Make it clear.
This would be just an okay egg take for today. As you can see, most of them are fairly mature, nice big fat eggs. We've trimmed them all down, made sure that we've pushed all the blood out of them, very important. Over here we have a pile of these. You can see they're bloodied and so forth. We cut all that out. After we've squeezed out as much of blood we can, we cut this as our scrap pile. So this would be a normal scrap pile for this amount of eggs that we have. Up here we don't have the time to really dry our eggs nearly as well as we'd like. We're using them so fast with the number of people that we have fishing that this is a egg cure recipe that Justin is working over that we have done and came up with. So basically after we've got them all cut and they're all laid out here, we've got all the blood out of them. Now Justin's just sprinkling a little bit of the Pautzke fire cure in a, is that in the pink? That's a red.
This is a red.
We're going to sprinkle a little bit of red on there. We're going to work that into the eggs. As soon as he's done here, he's going to add a little bit of red to it. Or I mean, I'm sorry, a little bit of pink to it. He just kind of works this in, lets that start soaking in there, getting some color to it. The cure starts getting into the eggs. Then he's going to add a little bit of pink here. Basically just doing the exact same thing. It's not uncommon for us to do a 5-gallon bucket a day of eggs or more. And so this is just a process that we have found over the years that is fast, it's easy for us, and produces an egg that's really good. One of the egg kings that we had today took the skein so deep that unfortunately it bloodied the eggs because it bled internally. The hook was so deep in the fish. So they really like this egg cure. They really get on it big time. We don't have very many fish swallow them because we don't diver bait a lot. We tend to do more drifting, bobber dogging, side drifting type techniques where we don't get a lot of swallowers. We did a little bit of diver bait today, that's why. Right. So we've got this done, and now we're going to add 2 other ingredients. One is we're going to add a little bit of sugar. And we're going to add a little bit of the firepower. And in the firepower over, we've put it in a bag. We got to try to keep things dry up here. We're in a camp, so we took them out of the bottles and put them in a bag. Here we're just sprinkling some sugar on there. It sweetens the eggs a little bit. Also gives them kind of more of a gummy, rubbery consistency to them, which gives us a little tougher bait, so that they last for a little bit longer for us as we're drifting. We're catching so many fish in a day that we need the toughest baits we can possibly have, and do it in a relatively quick manner because we don't have a lot of time. So with this, the sugar in there really helps set the eggs, helps cure them up and get them toughened up pretty quick.
Go to work.
Same kind of thing, we just kind of keep rubbing that in there a little bit, start working them in.
Without over-curing.
Once he's done here, we're gonna do that. The one thing we don't want to do is we don't add so much cure that it over-cures the eggs. We actually under-cure them just a little bit. That helps toughen them a little bit. If you over-cure them, then they actually get too juicy and too watery, and we don't want that. So we try to keep our baits a little bit drier, and so we don't over-cure them. So go a little bit lighter on the cure. We'll just keep rolling this around, kind of get them working for now. Get all the baits going. Then we're gonna add a little bit of the firepower in there. We've mixed them all up now. we want to make sure that we got enough cure in there, so we're going to add just a little bit more, just to kind of polish it off, make sure that every egg, every little skein part's got enough cure on it. Like I say, we're not adding a bunch. As you can see, we're just kind of sprinkling a little bit on, just adding a little bit extra to it. Want to make sure that they all have a little bit of cure on them. You'll notice he just kind of is like just basically massaging it in there, not overly moving them around, just kind of massaging it in, being gentle with his baits, not being too rough with them. But they're a lot tougher than you think, particularly when they're at this stage. Like I said, we're going to add a little firepower to this. We found that the krill really makes a big difference up here. So, like I said, we've just taken bottles of it and poured it into a bag. Just sprinkle a nice little amount on there. Don't overdo it. You want to have the egg smell with just a little bit of the krill in it. But same way we did with the cure, we're just going to sprinkle this on. And then we're just going to take it and rub it on in a little bit, mix the eggs up, kind of rub it in. I can smell them already. So now what we're going to do is we're putting it in a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to put it in a scent-free bags. And then that way when we are doing the curing process, we're going to roll them around. We don't have to use our hands anymore. That way we can tie the bag, basically just roll the bag around. And then that's going to sit overnight, just like that. And then we're gonna come back every couple hours this evening and we'll roll it around a little bit, make sure that it's good and curing and juicing up and everything. And then in the morning, we'll dump them back out on this screen and we'll let them dry overnight, or during the daytime. And then tomorrow, after they've dried for 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours, one of the little tricks that Justin does here is we take a gallon Ziploc bag. We just take 2 or 3 or 4 drops of anise oil and put it in the bag before we put the eggs in it. Then we put the eggs in and we mix it all around. That way, instead of anising just a certain egg section, we're getting eggs throughout the whole batch, okay? So we'll put them in the bags after they've done. And basically, when we're all said and done, after they've dried and so forth, these have been also boraxed a little bit, but this is one of our finished eggs. So, got a little bit of gooiness to them, a little bit tough. This egg's gonna fish really good. It's gonna last longer with the firepower on there and the cure. These eggs have been working really good for us.
Fish on. Tim's on. There we go.
I had one too, but that was a fish taking my...
Jerk, 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 jerk!
Oh, Beavis is on too. 1, 2, 3 at the same time. You seen it, Tim?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's better. It's a thick fish. Ooh, yeah. Yes, sir. Nice. Nice. All right, there's one. This way.
These eggs at its finest.
Yes, sir. Mike, thanks for letting us have a few.
So there's not as many fish on, we don't know which one to take next.
Guy.